The Year to Their podcast, it's time to start the show. Be sure to hold on tight, here we go. Exploring all the different Disney destinations. Year to Their, it's time to start the fun.
You see, the only thing about that song is once you hear it, you can't get it out of your head for the rest of the day. Hey everybody, and welcome to the Year to Their podcast, Walt Disney World Word of the Week. I'm your host, Phil Gramlich, and I'll be coming to you each and every week with a new Walt Disney World word, and then I'll give you tips, tricks, hints, history, all kinds of fun things about that Walt Disney World word. So let's get right into it without further ado. This week's Walt Disney World Word of the Week is brought to you by the letter D. D for dining plan. Okay, I'm cheating. Yeah, I'm cheating right off the bat here. Dining plan is 2 words. I'm very much aware of that. So please, please, please hold your emails this week. I know that it's 2 words. But see, here's the deal. The questions I'm asked most often each and every week are about the dining plan. What is it? How much does it cost? Is it really worth it? What are my options? So here I want to give you a little bit about the dining plan. I'm going to try to break it down for you, tell you exactly what it is, what it costs, and try to help you decide if the dining plan is right for you for your next trip. All right, so here's the first thing about the dining plan is there's just not one dining plan. There are different levels of dining plans that you can get for your Walt Disney World vacation. So let's take a look at the first one, okay? The first level of the dining plan is the quick service dining plan. Okay, so that's going to give you 2 quick service meals, which are the meals where they're counter service. You walk up to a counter, you get a tray of food, you find your seat, you sit down, you eat. So you get 2 of those. You get 1 snack. Snacks vary around the park, so you'll have to look at the signs. Basically, it's things like pretzels, drinks, some cupcakes, things like that. And you get 1 refillable mug. So the refillable mugs are for use at your resort. They can be used for coffee, for soft drinks, for tea, for water, for things like that. You aren't allowed to take them off the resort property. For example, you can't take those to the parks and refill your drinks there. They actually have a little computer chip that's in the bottom of the cup, so it won't allow you to refill the drinks anywhere except at your home resort. So that's the quick service plan. You get 2 quick service meals, 1 snack, and 1 refillable mug per person per night on the reservation. Then you get the regular standard Disney dining plan. That is 1 table service meal. So the table service meal is the one where you're going to go to a restaurant, have a server, sit down, and have a meal. Then you get 1 quick service meal, which we already talked about, 1 snack, and 1 refillable mug per person per night on that reservation. Then there's the deluxe dining plan. Now, the deluxe dining plan gives you 3 meals. It's a combination of any kind of meals you want. So you could have 3 table service meals if you'd like. You can have 3 quick service meals, 1 and 2, 2 and 1. You know what I mean. It could be any combination of those 3 meals. 2 snacks per day, per person per day, and 1 refillable mug per person per night on the reservation. So let's look at the costs, okay? For the quick service dining plan, the cost is about $44.13 per adult per night. For a child, that cost is $19.04 per child per night. For the regular dining plan, you're going to pay $63.70 per adult per night and about $22.85 per child per night. So for the deluxe dining, you're going to pay around $115.08 per adult per night. And per child per night, it's going to be $35.49. So here's where you start thinking whether this dining plan, whether a dining plan is right for you and your family for your trip. Okay. So here, this is a rough estimate. A quick service credit costs about $18 per person. Okay. A table service credit costs about $37 per person. Snack credits in the parks cost about $5 per person. So, in order to break even on your trip, you need to order food that'll be about that amount, if that makes sense. So to me, in my honest opinion, I always think the standard dining plan is probably your best choice. If you're a light eater, if you're not going to, if you'd rather be running from attraction to attraction and not spending a whole lot of time sitting down and having meals, then maybe the quick service dining plan is more for you. That's, the 2 quick service meals per day and then 1 snack and a refillable mug. That might be more your speed if you're not going to be enjoying table service, if you don't have the time to enjoy these table service meals. And if you're a bit of a bigger eater, then the deluxe plan may be for you. My family and I, my kids barely eat when we take them out. I'm not a huge eater myself, neither is my wife, so we would have a lot of stuff left over. We wouldn't utilize that many credits on a trip. But only you and your family, you know how much you eat, how often you eat, so it's kind of up to you. But again, in my honest opinion, I think the standard plan works just perfectly. And this is why you can get a lot of great table service meals for 1 dining credit on the standard dining plan. Now, here's the thing. Not only big eaters will get that deluxe dining plan, because if you want those big experiences, those, like Cinderella's Royal Table, that costs actually 2 dining credits, not just the 1 table service credit. So you actually need to spend 2 for that. So that's really, again, the deluxe dining plan. If you want to do it up, if you want to do the top of the line meals every day, you may want to look to get the deluxe dining plan as well. So I'm going to go through a list of every restaurant here that'll cost you 2 dining credits, so you have a little bit of a better idea on exactly what you want to do. So let's look at the 2 dining credits, okay? California Grill, that's going to cost you 2 dining credits. That's at the Contemporary Resort. Cinderella's Royal Table, as I mentioned, that's going to cost you 2 dining credits. Hoop-de-doo Review, great show, great dinner. That's 2 dining credits as well. The Spirit of Aloha dinner show over at the Polynesian, that's going to be 2 credits. Narcoossee's over at the Disney's Grand Floridian Resort, that's 2 credits as well. California Grill dinner, 2 credits. Cinderella's Royal Table lunch, 2 credits. Yachtsman Steakhouse is 2. That's at the Yacht Club. I'm not French, so I can't say monsieur correctly, but bonjour. How do you say that? How do you say that word? I can't pronounce it. Paul in the France Pavilion at Epcot. That's going to be 2 credits. Cinderella's Royal Table also for breakfast, 2 credits. Citrico's is going to be 2 credits. Mickey's Backyard Barbecue over at Fort Wilderness, 2 credits. Le Cellier Steakhouse, 2 credits. Really, to be honest, I love Le Cellier. I think the fact that Disney charges 2 credits for Le Cellier isn't quite fair, but that's just me. Chico at Animal Kingdom Lodge, that's going to be 2 credits. Artist Point over at Wilderness Lodge, that's going to be 2 credits. And to me, in my honest opinion, 2 credits well worth it. That's a great place to eat. Wolfgang Puck's and Disney Springs, that's 2 credits. The dining room, that is. Wolfgang Puck's dining room, that's 2 credits. The Boathouse, great restaurant. I had a chance to eat there last trip. That's 2 credits. The Hollywood Brown Derby at Disney's Hollywood Studios is 2 credits. Morimoto Asia, another one that's well worth it. That's 2 credits as well. The pizza delivery, if you want to get a pizza delivered to your room in Walt Disney World, that's going to be 2 credits. I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm getting a pizza delivered to my room, there's a couple places outside the resort where I would order. I would go to Giordano's or I would go to Flippers. Both of those can be found. Just Google them on your smartphone. You can get them delivered in like a half hour to an hour. It's worth it. You don't have to use dining credits for that. And that's pretty much it as far as the 2 credits go. Now, the cool thing about the dining plan is you don't have a set number of meals that you can use, that you have to use per day. So basically, when you get to the resort, say you have 5 nights to stay there, you're using the standard dining plan, you get 5 table service meals, 5 counter service meals, 5 snacks. Basically, you can use them however you want, as long as you use them in consecutive days. So basically, if you're staying for 5 nights and you have a meal on your first day, you have to use those within those 5 nights. So you can't use that on your 6th day. You can't use a meal on your 6th checkout day or a snack because that eclipses those 5 nights. So just keep that in mind. That 6th day that you're there on your checkout day, if you had something on your first day when you checked in, you're going to be out of credits that last day. That's a sticking point. People get confused by that pretty often. So I just want to make sure you have that in mind when you're planning a vacation. And lastly, one of my favorite tips about the dining plan is this. If you don't use your snack credits, save them till your last day, your last night where you're able to use them. Save them. Go to the gift shop. Go to a gift shop in the parks or your resort and get souvenirs to bring home. You can get the big Rice Krispie treats, the cookies, something like that, Disney candy. Bring them home for either for yourself or for someone at home to give them as a souvenir or a thank you for getting your mail or watching your goldfish or something like that. It's a nice way to bring a little bit of Disney home with you. That'll do it for this week's Word of the Week podcast. I hope I didn't confuse you more. I hope I was able to explain the dining plans in a way that you now understand. You understand the cost, you understand the value, and you kind of get what they're there for. Thank you so much, as always, for listening. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoy every episode, like I always say. And all I ask is if you did enjoy the episode, just tell someone about it. Go on Facebook, go on Twitter, go on Instagram. Just let people know that the show is out there and that it exists. Thank you so much in advance. I really appreciate that. And just remember, there will be a new episode of the Ear to There podcast, Word of the Week, every Wednesday morning. And also keep an eye out for the regular Ear to There podcast that comes out each and every Monday morning. And like I said the other day, I'm still waiting for my sign-off phrase. I don't have it perfect yet. So to quote, again, the great Maury Povich, until next time, America.